Don't I wish I was James Harrelson? Won that award. Only thing I can win the award in is have to talk real fast and real slow and real fast and real slow. Super Bowl Wayne here, and you're watching it right here live on Wednesday. We're over here with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're looking for 6 rings. 6, that's one in a thumb. And we're getting ready for some really good action. Stick around because you ain't seen nothing yet, and you're going to see a lot more. Can you tell me some of the unsung heroes that help you win this award?
Unsung heroes.
Yeah, the guys that help you that don't get all the publicity.
Of course, my defense. All 10 guys that's out there with me. You know, without them, I can't get it done. You know, you go to Coach LeBeau, you know, running a great defense, calling great defense at the opportune times. Linebacker coach, you know, it goes on and on.
What advice would you give any rookie coming into the league?
Any rookie just coming into the league? I just tell them just stay grounded and stay around positive people. I mean, you need a good supporting cast in this league just to stay positive, just to be, like, positive and things. So you got to be around positive people.
Who do you feel has been your biggest mentor this year, in particular, throughout your career professionally?
My father, my parents. They definitely kept me well-grounded and they kept me on the right page.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing?
What's up?
What inspired you with that do today?
Just playoffs. I'm a fool at heart. I'm a team clown. I'm one of the numerous team clowns. I told the guys, nobody gave us a chance at the beginning of the season because our schedule was tough. I told the guys about 8 weeks into it, if we win, I'm going to dye my hair blonde. Or if we make the playoffs, I'm going to dye my hair blonde. So about week 13, we clinched the playoff berth, and right after the season was over, I dyed it.
All right, now what's it like kicking in Raymond James Stadium?
I've only kicked there once, and it was nice. We won 17-3 over Tampa the year they won the Super Bowl. Can't really beat this weather, I'll tell you that. I mean, hopefully it's not raining or anything like that, but I'll tell you what, when it snows and it's 10 to 15 degrees every day in Pittsburgh, this is paradise.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You got it.
I'm on the upside. We're from Honolulu, Hawaii. You know what I mean? And you were down there in Jacksonville. We had a lot of Hawaiians down there. You know what I mean?
Vince Manoa.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, my guy.
They're your guys. You're right. How about Chris? You know Chris over here, number 68? Yeah, you hang out with him?
Juicy.
Yeah. What do they call him?
Juicy. We call him Juicy.
Yeah, I tell you, with that beard he's got, I think he's going to be a king for a minute, you know?
I actually be going to Hawaii in the end of February.
You're going to do it, huh?
I go.
Where do you stay at over there?
Can't tell you.
Oh, no, I mean, what island? What island?
The Big Island.
The Big Island. That's
yeah.
all I meant. You stay over there in Kona area, right?
Yeah, I've been to, what's the island where the chickens walking on the beach?
Chickens walking on
Name the islands.
Name the Maui.
No, what's the little island? Kauai. I've been to Kauai.
They got chickens walking on the beach?
It's amazing. Wild chickens walking on the beach. It's amazing.
Hey, we don't have to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. We can just have some of our own right there. Beach chicken, folks, right here. Hey, how you feeling? I mean, your whole team's here, going to the Super Bowl. You got a chance to get this ring.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity.
Excited about it, aren't you?
It's an exciting opportunity. I mean, guys dreamed about this their whole life to get an opportunity to play in this game. We're in this game, so hopefully we can go out there and handle business.
So talking about just look back this last game that you had. You're playing. What's the best play that you remember seeing, feeling, whatever, in this last game?
The last one.
The last play of the game?
When we took
Why
a knee.
was that? Oh, when you took the knee.
Because I knew we was in the Super Bowl, and it was just an exciting time. We were home in Pittsburgh. The fans was going crazy, and it was a great accomplishment. It's hard to get to this point. All the work you put in this whole offseason, it paid off once we took that knee.
I want to thank you. Say a big aloha to home. Big aloha. Yeah, he wants that. Give him that. Yeah.
Santonio, I know you touched on you being so close to your father. Is there anything I know that you're your father yourself. Let's say your son comes up to you and says that he wants to be a pro ball player. What advice would you give him?
That's a tough question because that's all they talk about. You know, they want to play football like that. And we always talk about school first, you know. He kind of don't want to talk about it because his shoulders drop, you know, once we start talking about football. But I always talk to him about football comes second in life, you know, to education. He just called me yesterday, matter of fact, and I just really feel like sharing it that he made the honor roll. You know, he's a kindergartner. And he has an honor roll breakfast on Friday, but he can't attend his own honor roll breakfast because he's flying down here to be with me. And, I told him I apologized for it, and I told him congratulations, making the honor roll. And I told him I'll take him to Disney World on Monday after the Super Bowl.
Hi, Willie.
What's up, brother?
From Honolulu, Hawaii.
Hey,
Welcome.
aloha.
Welcome to the Super Bowl.
Right.
I've been to 30 of them, and I'm really glad to share with you. But Chris told me that I should come over and talk to you.
Oh,
you
Lord.
know?
What'd he say? What'd he say?
He told me to rub it in, but he said, if anybody knows how to work it up from the bottom, he says, it's you, man.
Yeah.
Tell me about the Bronx, I mean, I heard all that cultural stuff, and that's a big fight, and I admire that. But do you have a foundation yet that can help that kind of stuff start, where you can put the kind of things that you just described to us on this table?
Right. I don't have anything as far as right there, but I do have a Willie Cologne lupus from my mother suffers from lupus.
I remember that.
I have a fund in her name. And but there's more stuff in the future I'm trying to get into to go back to my home and help kids out. And for me, I've been through it. I've seen it all. I've seen the shootings. I've seen some of the violence that goes on in those urban cities. And for me, there's a lot of kids who are like me who, we used to look out there, project window and be like, wow, am I gonna make it someday? So I just want to give kids that hope that y'all gonna make it, and hopefully, this season or a couple summers ahead, I can start playing things and get things going.
How about this? They consider you made it back home. You go back home, you're walking down the streets, and there's Willie.
Yep.
And how are you going to be talking to those guys, let's say gang members, and you can give them some kind of word? Hey, you don't have to do this anymore.
Right.
I mean, give me a word you're going to tell those guys. You don't have. What do you got to do? Stay in school? I mean, tell me something.
Perseverance. That's the biggest thing that I try to strive about, perseverance. If you think it's hard now, it only gets harder. But at the same time, it's what you're willing to do to get through it. You know what I mean? And you can stay on the streets and hustle and try to live a fast life. You be smart, take your butt to school, get an honest job, and make a man of yourself. But with all that saying, there's going to have to be men like me, men like you, men like other people to teach these kids how to be men. And there's a lot of guys that in the communities that are good men, but at the same time, they don't want to step out there because they don't want the headache. You gotta, if you want the youth to be good, you gotta help out some way. Because a 14-year-old kid doesn't know how to be a man yet because he's not. So for me, that's my goal, to kind of go back and trying to teach these kids, this is how I did it. I didn't have the best of situations, but I understood the consequences that came along from being a good guy, and that's just when you show kids my story.
It must be really gratifying to your heart to see that we got a new leadership in this country that can stand up for some of the values that I just heard you describe.
Right. Yeah, Obama. His name speaks, name rings bells. I think if anybody see, it's funny, as growing up as a black man and Hispanic man in this country, if it was almost a joke to say there would be another black president.
Right.
For it to be real and for it to be honest, it just shows you that anything's possible.
You have a great time at this Super Bowl. I hope I get to party in the locker room with you. How about a big shout out to Honolulu? Aloha!
Troy, now tracking your professional football career over the years, are there any particular moments that stand out to you more than others, and why? And would you change anything?
I'm sure there's a lot, that I would like to change, but to be at this point in my career, to learn not only from the good things, but from the mistakes, I wouldn't want to take that away at all. Obviously, the winning, the rings, the honors are important things that people on the outside look at, but I think the most important thing from a player's point of view is the camaraderie that we have in our locker room, and the closeness and the joking of our teammates and things like that are what's most important to us. And what's nice about that is when you win, you're able to enjoy that much more. I could barely even walk before he came here. He has everything to do with the success of everybody on this defense. Does a great job of putting the right guys in the right situations to be successful. But I wouldn't give any credence to that rumor. I think we would be the first people to know about it. He wouldn't surprise us at the end of the season or anything like that.